Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, and probably one of the biggest shows ever, Volkswagen. That's right off the bat what we're going to talk about. Volkswagen is in the news for something a little bit on the interesting side. Apparently they are investing heavily in fuel cell technology. They're not going to go the all-electric route. They're going to go on the fuel cell side. Now we know that a bunch of other manufacturers, i.e. especially Honda's really been pounding the old fuel cell drum for a long time, but apparently Volkswagen's going to jump in with both feet as well, so it'll be interesting to see what they have coming in the future. General Motors announced the little Chevy Bolt that we talked about from the Detroit Motor Show that debuted with the brand new Chevrolet Volt. The new Bolt, the all-electric, 200 miles of range, supposedly only costing around $30,000 US, is going into production. So this thing will see the light of day as far as production-wise, so we'll keep you in tune when it hits dealer showrooms. Next up on the list, well, debuts at the Chicago Motor Show in Chicago, Illinois, one of those being the brand new Veloster Turbo. Now, when I say brand new, it's basically a mid-cycle refresh, got a new nose, got a new tail, but all the mechanicals are all the same for this particular machine, but I do like that new grille. Another vehicle that's interestingly in the news, the Fiat organization, they've actually been working with the folks over at Mazda developing a little roadster. The 124 Roadster, or the 124 Roadster, that they're going to base off the Mazda Miata and sell out of the Fiat brand. But real interesting stuff came out over the past several days about this machine. Number one, the 124 Spider is going to be retro-styled, which is kind of neat. Not to mention, they're talking about that this vehicle is going to weigh less than 2,200 pounds. That is a super lightweight little roadster, so I can't wait to hear more about this particular machine, hopefully coming soon. Another lightweight machine, I guess you could say, the Pagani Huayra. Apparently, if you wanted to get your grubby little hands on one, it is too late because this vehicle is officially sold out. Now, that hasn't been official as far as Pagani is concerned as of yet, but a lot of reports around the old interwebs are showing off that this vehicle is sold out. And if you want to get your hands on one, you're going to have to wait till 2016 when the convertible version will make its debut. So, one of the most gorgeous cars on the planet, so apparently is going to be heading to all their owners very soon. Next up on the list, another little deal that may be super exciting, according to some reports that the Ford Motor Company may be looking in after showing off that brand new Focus RS, that possibly the little Fiesta may get its own RS version in the future. Ford has really had a gorgeous year of 2015 with a bunch of really cool stuff coming out, and I would love to see, especially if they brought this two-door version stateside. I would love this particular machine. So it's still in the planning stages, or at least still in the conversation stages, but just that Ford's even talking about it publicly means they're really thinking about it. Not to mention they're probably more looking on trying to put together a business model of just how to sell this particular machine. But I say, Ford, you gotta build it. It would be great. Next up on the list, this vehicle made its official debut at the Chicago Motor Show. This is a little concept version, the MX5 accessories design concept. Basically, comes with a lot of the accessory stuff that the Mazda group actually puts together themselves to give your own new Mazda Miata a little bit of the zoom lifestyle. Love this matte white paint. This really looks slick on this machine. But Mazda also confirmed a couple of things, including power and when sales will start for this particular machine. Number one, let's go back to the horsepower. Now, we talked about this in one of the last shows, and that rumor turned out to be 100% true. It will get 155 brake horsepower and 148 pounds-feet of torque. Now, as far as this thing hitting dealer showrooms, apparently it's going to be going on sale in the United States this summer. So only in a handful of months we'll be able to see these little rocket ships heading all over the countryside. Another vehicle that debuted at the Chicago Motor Show is this particular machine. Nissan showing off a Nismo edition of the 370Z convertible, which you guys may have to help me out. I don't ever remember there being a Nismo edition convertible of the 350 or the 370 ever being in existence before. Now, this is a concept, and the vehicle will be powered by the 3.7-liter normally aspirated V8, making 350 brake horsepower. And supposedly, knowing this is Nissan, it will probably be shifted only through a manual transmission. But again, nothing really has been in concrete as of yet because this is a concept. But if you look at it, it's so close to production. I'm assuming they could go into production later this year, have them in dealer showrooms by the end of 2015. So it'd be interesting to see whether they actually build this or not. But I'm assuming they probably are. Probably one of the neatest little concepts that was shown off at the Chicago Motor Show is this particular machine. This is the Kia Trailster concept. Now, this particular machine is based on the Kia Soul, but it's been, well, much like what we talked about in one of the last episodes where we talked about the Kia Trackster, which is a little bit more of a performance on-road version. This is more of a performance off-road version. Now, it will be powered by a 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that is shifted through a 6-speed manual gearbox. But the trick is, this thing has all-wheel drive. In fact, it's all-wheel drive, meaning the rear wheels are going to be powered by electricity. Pretty neat little concept. They say it'll really help out as far as the turbo lag's concerned. The electric engine will get the vehicle moving a lot quicker until the turbos spool up on the machine. Not to mention they're talking about a fair jump in fuel economy numbers, that this vehicle will be getting 30% better fuel economy in the city and 10% on the highway. So if they actually build this particular machine, it would be pretty impressive indeed. And I have to say, the sucker looks dang good. Last up on the list, this is a picture of the brand new Ram 1500 Laramie edition. But if you look really, really close, look at that grille. For the first time in ever, there won't have that crosshair grille like it's been in Rams. Good night. I had a 96 Ram and a 98 Ram, both having the crosshair grills. Now they're going to this all-new grille structure. Not to mention out back, look at the size of the Ram emblem back here. Granted, we've seen a little bit of this as far as that Rebel concept that they showed off at the Detroit Motor Show. But this is actually a production version. Apparently that Rebel will be as well as a special edition version. But Ram trucks are really trying to separate themselves from the Dodge group, as they've been Dodge Rams their entire life. And this Ram emblem on the back of this thing, goodness gracious, you could see that sucker from space. So pretty interesting little deal, and these brand new Ram trucks will be heading to dealer showrooms by the back half of 2015. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page, the link's down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. I'm exhausted, and we'll see you again real soon.